Every month, thousands of people hand a cigar company their credit card and say the same thing: surprise me. Pick 5 good sticks, mail them to my door, take the guessing off my hands. That's the whole promise of a subscription box. You're paying someone else to curate. Here's what they don't tell you about who's doing the curating. For the biggest boxes in the country, the company choosing your cigars is the same company that made them. The box that swears it's hunting down the best smokes for you is owned by the tobacco giant, whose brands just happen to fill it. So it isn't curating, it's clearing its own shelf. And the 5-star rating on the page was written by the people who rolled the cigar. You're not being served. You're being sold to by one business wearing 3 hats. First, I will present you the 4 boxes that drain your card and dry out your cigars. Then the 6 that actually earn their place. Number 1. Cigars International. It is the biggest cigar seller in the country, and that size is the whole problem. Open the complaint files and one line repeats with a new name signed under it every time. A $15 charge every month for a Puro Perks membership the customer swears they never joined. It slips in during checkout, hidden under a free sampler offer, and it keeps billing until you happen to catch it. One shopper on the Better Business Bureau's own page, dated this January, put it in 3 words: $15 monthly. The Bureau itself says customers were erroneously signed up for a cigar club and had trouble canceling. Now the part that explains all of it. Cigars International does not just run the store. It is owned by Scandinavian Tobacco Group, the same company that makes General Cigar. That means Macanudo, Cohiba, Punch, so the shop selling you the stick, the factory that rolled it, and the review calling it a 5-star smoke are one company wearing 3 hats, and the cigars themselves arrive tired and dry. Across 5 separate review sites, its customer score sits in the gutter, and one graded the club 2 out of 10. If you ever subscribe here, screenshot the checkout and watch your statement like a hawk, because the discount is real and so is the charge you never approved. And the same conglomerate owns the shop that has been running this play the longest. Number 2. Thompson Cigar. Thompson has been mailing cigars since 1915. That makes it the oldest mail-order cigar house in America, older than half the brands on its own shelves. For 100 years, the name meant something. Then Scandinavian Tobacco Group bought it too, fed it into the same machine as Cigars International, and a century of trust got spent down to a single pre-checked box. Look at the record now. On one major review platform, out of 300 reviews, the share of people who would recommend it is 7%. 7. And the loudest complaint is not the tobacco. It is a recurring total values plus charge, another $15 a month, switched on at checkout with no email, no receipt, nothing. One customer did not catch it for 17 months. Another watched his account get frozen while the charges kept clearing and only clawed back $400 by turning his bank loose on the company. A 100-year-old name, and the safe way to shop it is to treat the checkout like a minefield. Uncheck every box, read every line of the fine print, and screenshot the confirmation, because a subscription that renews itself in silence is not a glitch. It is the business model. Thompson at least ships you something eventually. The next one ships you mold. Number 3. Junior Cigars. Forget hidden charges for a second. With Junior, the horror is inside the box. Subscribers to its Cigar of the Month Club say the sticks arrive dry as kindling or furred with mold. One reviewer on the Better Business Bureau, this past August, wrote that she had not had a single order where the cigars were not riddled with mold. Not one. Another called his hard as a rock and completely unsmokable. Pull the ratings and they huddle in the same basement. A flat bad, 1.7 out of 5 on Trustpilot across 100 reviews, and it is not a rough month. It is a pattern years deep and still running in 2026. Then comes the second betrayal, the refund that only lands halfway, the reship that never comes, the 2-day shipping you paid for showing up in 10. You order a curated monthly gift and you get a lottery, where the losing ticket is a box of rotten tobacco and an inbox nobody answers. If you buy in here, film yourself opening the box the day it lands, and file the claim before you light a single one, because that whole return desk runs on you shrugging and giving up. Junior at least sends you a box. The last name on this half takes your money and sends you nothing. Number 4. Stogie Bird. This one stings, because it started as the good idea. A respected industry name, Sam Lexia, curating rare and hard-to-find sticks into a monthly box. Exactly what a subscription should be. Then, somewhere around the fall of 2024, the boxes stopped and the charges did not. The Better Business Bureau stamps it with an F, and every complaint on the file wears the same tag: failure to respond. A customer prepays for 6 months. July and August arrive, and then September is silence. A gift subscription ships 1 box out of 3. The phone line, the email, the live chat, all of it goes dark. One member wrote that his trouble began the moment he tried to cancel, which is the tell of this whole category. Getting in is easy. Getting out is where the wall goes up. Here is the honest limit, and I will give it to you straight. Most of this paper trail sits on a single platform, so Stogiebird is the shakiest name on the worst half, not a proven coast-to-coast scam. But a box that bills on a schedule and ships on a whim is a gamble you do not need. If this one tempts you, refuse the long prepay and go month to month, so you can walk the second a shipment goes missing. That is the bottom 4. A billing trap, another billing trap, a box of mold, and a ghost. Now the good news, and it is real. There are cigar boxes run by people who answer email on a Sunday, who tuck a humidity pack into every shipment, who curate instead of dump. One is the single safest name in the business, propped up by nearly 3,000 reviews. One drops a cutter and a lighter into your very first box. One is packed by hand by a Miami family that has done it the same way for over 20 years. 6 worth handing your card to, and not one of them makes a dime off the cigar inside. We start with the one that is almost impossible to get wrong. Number 1. The Cigar of the Month Club from Amazing Clubs. If you want the pick you are least likely to regret, this is it. 30 years in business and a Trustpilot score of 4.8 across nearly 3,000 reviews. 94% of them 5 stars. That volume is the whole point. Anybody can fake 50 reviews. Nobody fakes 3,000. Every month brings 5 hand-rolled premium cigars, chosen by a tasting panel that reportedly rates 12,000 cigars a year and keeps fewer than 5 in 100 with a humidity pack so nothing lands brittle. Here is the wrinkle worth knowing. The company also runs beer and wine clubs, and if you go digging, you will find delivery gripes on those. Look closer, and everyone attaches to the perishable, signature required shipments. The cigar boxes, which just drop in the mail, barely register a complaint. No critic has formally graded the actual sticks, so this is a bet on consistency, not on rarity. Ease in on the every other month plan and let the curation prove itself before you commit to monthly. Amazing Clubs is the safe bet. Want that same safety for half the money? Number 2. Atlantic Cigar. When a cigar maker went looking for a partner to build its 30th anniversary release in 2026, it did not hand it to a giant. It handed it to Atlantic, a Pennsylvania shop 3 decades deep that quietly earned that kind of trust. Its Cigar of the Month Club is the best straight deal here. $24.95 for 5 premium cigars, shipping included, and the terms are printed in plain English. No obligations, no hidden fees. Cancel whenever you want. The complaints that exist are the ordinary kind. A slow box, a cracked stick. The sort of thing one phone call fixes. What it is not, honestly, is flashy. The website looks frozen around 2015, and the rarest boutique drops live at specialist shops. Not here. Prepay the annual tier, because it shaves about 10% off an already low price, and there is no auto-renew waiting to bite you for it. Atlantic sells you a great deal on somebody else's picks. The next box builds itself around your palate specifically. Number 3. CigarClub.com. Most boxes mail everyone the same 5 sticks. This one opens with a quiz. Strength, body, what you already love. Then it builds the shipment from your answers. Consumers rate it well, a 4.3 on Trustpilot across a couple hundred reviews, and the legitimacy holds up. Real Cigar Journalism has covered it, and Ducks Unlimited signed it as an official licensed partner, which nobody does for a fly-by-night. Cancel or pause anytime, no minimum, and a guarantee replaces any stick that shows up dry or wreck. I will be straight with you. This is the one pick on the good half carrying a real asterisk. Dig through the reviews and you will find a recurring gripe about paid priority shipping that still crawls. So call it strong, not spotless. Start on the smallest 3 cigar box and judge the personalization for a month or 2 before you size up. That is the box the algorithm builds. The next one is the box the whole cigar press suddenly started taking seriously. Number 4. Claro. Here is a thing that almost never happens for a subscription box. When Claro put out its own limited cigar early in 2026, 2 separate cigar magazines covered the release. The trade does not waste ink on boxes it does not respect. It is run by a humidor company out of Indiana. It stocks genuine boutique names like Caldwell, San Cristobal, and Aganorsa. And your first box arrives with a cutter, a lighter, and a travel case to get you started. Here is the gap that matters most. The glowing reviews on its own site are company-controlled, and nobody independent has verified the month-to-month experience yet. So you are buying proven legitimacy, not proven satisfaction. Read the cancellation terms before you do anything else, because they are strict with no refunds once you are billed, and treat that first month as the audition. Claro is the new name the pros are watching. The next one is the young club betting on makers you have not heard of yet. Number 5. Luxury Cigar Club. The makers everyone will be smoking 2 years from now are out there right now, unknown. And this club exists to find them first. It is run by a real, award-winning Arizona outfit called Redbeard, whose founders were named Tobacconist of the Year, and a trade magazine profiled the whole operation. So there is a genuine company behind the logo. Every tier ships hand-picked cigars with a humidity pack, and you can pause or skip on a whim. The honest weakness is thin proof. The independent review pile is small, just a handful of entries, so you are trusting the pedigree more than a mountain of receipts. And the refund policy turns strict once a box ships. Take the entry tier first and let the picks school your palate before you spend up, because the top diamond box is priced like a status symbol and sold out half the time anyway. Luxury Cigar Club is the young hunter. The last box on this list is the one that treats you like family. Number 6. Neptune Cigar, and its Smoke With Us box. The first thing in the box is not a cigar. It is a handwritten note from the tobacconist who packed it, telling you what each stick is, how to smoke it, and what to pour beside it. That is the whole personality of the place. Neptune has run out of Miami since 2002. The Better Business Bureau hands the shop an A+ with 2 complaints in 3 years, which is a rounding error at their volume, and the reviews read less like ratings and more like thank you cards. 6 cigars a month, hand-picked by people who actually smoke them, shipping free. 2 honest flags. It bills as 1 6-month charge up front, so it is a real commitment and not a month-to-month. And the exact price is not posted plainly. So call the shop before you commit. The same people who would pack your box will tell you straight what you are paying and what is coming. A name on the door, a note in the box. That is a completely different kind of company than the 4 we opened with. So here is what to actually do with all of it. 3 moves. 1. Before you type in a card anywhere, hunt down the pre-checked box and the auto-renew line, because the worst boxes make their whole margin on the click you did not read. 2. Match the box to the job. Amazing Clubs or Atlantic when you want safe, steady value. Luxury Cigar Club or Claro when you want to be surprised. 3. Never prepay a long term with a company you have not tested for a single month first. The good ones make all of this easy. Amazing Clubs, Atlantic, Neptune, they ship alive. They answer the phone, and not one of them makes the cigar it is picking for you. The box you never read the fine print on is the box that reads your card every month. If this saved you from a charge you would never have caught, subscribe, because the next one takes apart a scam the whole industry pretends not to see. Smoke something you actually chose out there.